Newcastle take on Tottenham at the Sports Direct Arena. This is the next game we can take a look at. This, to me, has got all the hallmarks of a draw, Flash.
I like the home win, 52,000. I think they've kept all their signings. Tottenham have only got Jermaine Defoe as a recognised striker. Will he play Van der Vaart and Sigurdsson? Both of them might like to sit in behind the front man. Gareth Bale. Basically, 3 out of 4 positives from last year are not there. Harry Redknapp, Modric and Adebayor. And Gareth Bale's the only one left. So, for me, I think Newcastle will get off to a winning start.
A home win for Flash. Luke, what are you going for in this one?
Couldn't agree more. I think all the discussion's been about the teams that have bought players, the likes of Van Persie going, etc. But I think Newcastle need to be commended. I think they've done better than anyone in the transfer market, simply hanging on to the players they've got. The likes of Cabaye, Tiote, Bar, Cisse, much wanted all over Europe. And to keep hold of them, and I agree with you, Tottenham, surely they're going to struggle for goals. Defoe's been a bit part player for 2 years, and he's now leading the line on his own. I think Newcastle are a big price, 6-4.
Butler, these two like the home win. I quite like the draw. How do you see it?
It's taken 2 games, we're already disagreeing, and I want to take on Newcastle. I don't think they can have anywhere near the same kind of season they did last year. I think Alan Pardew was very, very lucky. I think he got away with it with the signings they made from Alan Carr's old man there, Graham Carr. I think this season, I think it's a blip for Newcastle. And starting tomorrow, Newcastle 6-4 favourites. You know about these great players. There's 5 or 6 big injury doubts here. There are the concerns. Ben Arthur might not play. Tiote might not play. Cisse is an injury doubt, and Bar's an injury doubt. There's not great news coming out of the Newcastle camp here for the backers of 6-4. The money already has been for Tottenham. There's been money for Tottenham. There's always money for Tottenham. But I'm with you, Dan. I think the draw. I think if you look at last season, there was 5 draws in the opening 10 games. The season before, there was 5 draws in the first 10 games that season as well. So the draw's always a big mover, and they're always a good ploy in the first couple of games of the season when teams get to know each other. I like the draw 12-5. I disagree with the boys here. I want to take Newcastle on at 6-4 because I think they're in for a very, very disappointing this season. I think they're a serious, serious sell on the spreads and all the handicaps. I don't think they can do any better than what they did last year.
Looks like it could be a draw for the Butler, certainly for me. These two, like Newcastle, just very briefly, Flash, which of these two sides do you think possibly could break into the top 4?
None.
None?
No.
Simple as that?
Yeah, I think they'll fight out 5, 6 and 7.
Interesting, isn't it? It'd be certainly an achievement for either manager to break into the top 4.